to Dwayne Brown, and we'll be back later with more conversations from the college.
Thanks, Karen. It's always good to see the young, and those, I see some inspiring scientists out there. Now, let's take a look at the highlights from today's events, and when we return, we'll learn more about how the astronauts viewed today's eclipse. Okay, through the eyes of NASA, only here are we bringing you the International Space Station live. It's traveling at 17,500 miles per hour as it orbits Earth. Now, from NASA's Johnson Space Center, we have Rob Navius in Mission Control. Rob, over to you.
And welcome to Mission Control here in Houston. About 40 minutes ago, the 6 residents of the International Space Station flew over southern Canada, south of Hudson Bay, at an altitude of 252 statute miles, with a very, very unique view of today's solar eclipse. We're going to be talking with the crew in about 18 minutes from now and sharing some of that very, very unique video with you. It was spectacular, I must tell you, and digital still imagery that Randy Bresnik has captured throughout the course of the first 2 of 3 passes the station is making over the eclipse throughout the course of the day today. That has already been posted on social media and will continue to be posted as the day wears on. But we're looking very much forward to talking to the crew and getting their impressions and thoughts as they passed over the eclipse just about 40 minutes or so ago. So we'll be back to you in just a few minutes with the crew of Expedition 52 aboard the International Space Station. For now, back to you in Charleston, Dwayne.
Thank you, Rob. And coming up later in the show, we'll have another unique eclipse view from space. We'll have imagery from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory. It's also about to see an eclipse. So, SDO, Solar Dynamics Observatory. Alex, tell us a little bit about SDO.
Well, SDO is one of NASA's heliophysics fleet. It gives us an unprecedented view of the sun. Incredible detail, incredible time and spatial resolution. It shows us 10 different wavelengths of light at the same time, showing us in mostly extreme ultraviolet light, the sun's outer atmosphere, corona and chromosphere, where we can see all of the dynamic phenomena that's happening. It is putting down almost 2 terabytes of data a day, giving us these unbelievable views of solar eruptions, solar prominences, solar flares, and all of the activity on the sun that drives space weather, what Yari spends her days studying.
I mean, it's just an amazing mission because it lets you see in some kind of so much higher resolution the images from the sun that you can actually understand the origins of space weather and those solar flares, the corona's mass ejections. I mean, put it in perspective, it's like downloading more than 1 million pictures a day. That's how much data.
SDO, wow, that's incredible. Okay, so we're going to go back to Karen Fox, who has a pretty important person with her. Karen.
All right. Hello, we are back, and I have Mike Massimino with me, a former NASA astronaut who was on the Space Shuttle twice. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Karen. Hello, everyone out there on NASA television. Good to be back on NASA TV.
We are so glad to have you here. Now tell me, was this your first eclipse?
Yes, this was my first eclipse. I think there's one that passed by my neighborhood in New York on Long Island when I was a kid, because they were telling us not to look up the sky and be careful and all that. That was like 9, I think, when that was a long time ago. So this is definitely the first total eclipse I've been a part of, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see when I can get to the next one. This was pretty cool, though. I'm glad I got to be here for this one.
Tell me a little bit about it. What was your experience? Did it live up to what you were expecting?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was certainly a lot of excitement. It was, it came right at the right time. I think all the science assets and resources that were out there trying to collect data and study the sun, that all went well. A lot of excitement throughout the country. A little bit too much cloud coverage here, though, in South Carolina.